Shalom. Our firm, Cohen-Decker, Pex, Ophir & Co. is an immigration firm, and we receive many questions specifically about the E2 investment visa to the U.S. From Israelis here in Israel, because this is a very new arrangement that was only became possible since 2019 when Israel signed the bilateral agreement with the U.S. to allow for U.S. citizens to also obtain investment visas here in Israel. So I will go over three questions that were asked, and we'll try to give you the answer. So the first question we're asked a lot is how much you need to invest basically to get the E2 visa. That's a very good question, and unfortunately there is no specific answer because every business is unique and every business will have a different amount of investment. In addition, you have many states in the United States. So an investment in Iowa won't be similar to an investment in California or New York, just because the rent is higher and the cost of living and doing business naturally will be higher. What's important is that a business plan needs to be submitted, and it needs to be a viable business. And the investment needs to make sense to the business plan. And in addition, the investment money also already needs to be used for renting the facility and paying workers and so on and so forth. Another question we're asked a lot is it possible to then exchange the visa into a green card? This is a very important question, and this question basically emphasizes the importance of hiring a lawyer and building a strategy. Because specifically for the E2 visa, for example, you need to sign an intent form where you explain that you don't want to settle in the United States, you only want to do business in the United States. However, sometimes when people are in the United States for a very long time, and they live in the United States, reality changes because their kids might have kids in the United States who grow up in the United States and also become American citizens because they're born there, and circumstances could change as time goes by. However, you might want to also apply for a different visa, not an E2 visa, that will make it easier to then get a green card. So basically it's very important if you want to have a green card in the future, and you know that in advance, to consult with a lawyer and apply for the relevant business visa. A third question we're asked a lot is about family members. Are family members also allowed to obtain a visa with the holder of a person with a business or working visa in the United States? The answer is yes. Children up to the age of 21 can join the visa holder, and also married couples. This includes same-sex couples. However, it is important to have a marriage certificate. The common law solution of having a joint life union without a marriage certificate isn't possible for this, and you need to have a marriage certificate. This is very relevant for Israelis because not all Israelis have a marriage certificate due to the complexities in Israel, where only people of the same religion can basically get married. So if you cannot marry in Israel, it's very important to have a marriage license from outside of Israel, like Cyprus or Georgia, or countries where you can even do proxy marriages like El Salvador or Paraguay, and our office assists with obtaining such marriage certificates. If you have further questions, you can feel free to ask us and contact us, and we'll be happy to answer any question or clarification. Thank you very much for your time.